सर आप म्यूट पे हैं।
Okay, so before we go into the paradigm of
तो एक्चुअली आप म्यूट पे थे, आपने कुछ जो भी बोला इंट्रोडक्शन से अभी तक कुछ सुनाई नहीं दिया था।
no problem. So today, before we jump into a new topic, Google Doc, I hope all of you have understood some important portion that we have covered as a part of regular expression. In addition to the session, we have provided you a very comprehensive document in one place, everything available. 33 additional pages of information. I hope some of you must have gone through that. If not, you need to go through it before we jump into the next session of regex tomorrow. Regex is a very important concept, and there is a significant amount of uses are there in open source intelligence. And we'll discuss some of them today, the use cases, just to give you a perspective that why regular expressions of Python is so important. That not only we have done the session, we'll do another sessions, and we have given you some additional 35 pages of work. Because I understand that regex will definitely provide you some very interesting insights, which will be a handy tool in hand of yours, the Osint professionals. And as Anurag Gupta sir has rightly said, regex is a subject in its own. A book can be written on that. So it's a complex and very large subject. And what we'll be touching it is just the periphery of the whole earth. But nevertheless, conceptually, the underlying technology of regex will get embedded to your breathing points. If you can go through the video of yesterday again and go through the content that I have shared with you, that will provide you a good insight that why regex is critical for all of you. Now we'll cover some portion of the concept which is known as Google Doc. I've given you some hint in the past. Any one of you want to unmute yourself and speak about Google Docs? Anything that you have heard about?
Sir, if you allow.
Yes, please.
Sir, as discussed in earlier lessons, Google Document is basically to customize Google and to enter keywords in Google such that it gives information which we actually want.
Just hold for a second, unmute yourself and put your video on, okay?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yes, now your video is on. Super.
So Google Docs is, as discussed in earlier lessons, it's like entering keywords in Google such that it gives the result which we actually want. Like in previous example, you entered percentage index, percentage username. So it gives the result which we actually want, not the result which Google wants to give us.
Perfect. Well captured. Anybody else wants to support, Sajal and, add something more to that? Unmute yourself and put your video on. If none of you are there, no problem. Don't chat. Okay. Okay, so Google Doc, is basically making the search engine work the way you want them to work. It's like you become the master of the search engines. Searches are straightforward and searches are very as complex as Google Docking. if you make plain searches, simple keywords, you get the is what is given to the normal user. Give me just 1 second. I have to check whether the streaming is happening or not, because it's showing something funny to me. Okay, so Google Dorking is technically an art and science, a combination of the two, to get the search resulted in a very specific, in a very, very mathematical fashion. Now, there are a lot of tools attached to that, okay? Google Dorking, you can do it with manually. If you want to multiple searches at the same time, you can use scripts, or there are tools which are there and we can explore some of them. So we'll try to, get hands on how to make docs, how to scan docs, how to get the URLs, of our choices. Then how to scan for exploits if I am searching for exploit. And how to scan for injectables, which can be injected to throw the, water out of your throat actually. And how to dump the combos, multiple strings together. And if you are searching for accounts, item type, all those information comes out through the search engines. So it's a very interesting ways which is not taught in the normal life. But as Osint professionals, it becomes a bread and butter for you. Because Osint professionals, they have to get the best out of, internet. Out of the billions of pages, the URLs, and every URLs have millions of pages. It's technically next to impossible to search everything. But can you search something very interesting and get the absolutely apt result the way you want it to? The Google Dorking plays an important role for that. So what is Dork? Dork is not a simple, word searches. Dork is something, it searches the words, the symbols, the mathematical signals, the mathematical signs. And also it can, the search engines like Google, Bing, Yahoo, to get exactly what we are looking for. Suppose if you are looking for an exploit on SQL injection, you should be able to get that. But if you type normal SQL injection exploits, you may not get anything. You remember the chat GPT, I have given you an example, Dadima story, and everything was coming out, and, entire 100 pages of code has come out, and you can use that as an exploit right away. With good payload attached to it, simply attach one line of payload and your malware is ready. And not one, 635 malware, I got it out of that actually, through ChatGPT. All small things. And if you plug it together, it becomes a complete payloads. And with the help of Google Dork, you can find out which are the ones which are vulnerable to such type of attacks. And then finally, run those malware in those organizations. Google Dork also helps you building the countermeasures against that actually. So technically, Google Dork is a huge of multiple mathematical, Boolean, algebraic science, along with, the keywords to get something very critical, which normally you don't get it from the search engines. So there is a clear format around that. If you look into a typical website, Amazon.com, so what you search there is a keyword, a page type, and a page parameter. The keyword can be Amazon products, page type can be .php file I want, and page parameter is question mark item is equal to. Now, how do you know which particular parameter I need to use? So, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, it's an art. You need to pick up the threads. Over a period of time, you will build your entire dictionary how to utilize those mathematical signs. You need to have deep idea about web pages, how the web pages are written, how the HTMLs are written, how the DHTMLs are written. A pages like, I can give you an example for that. This is your page source. Are you able to see my screen?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So let me unsee.
Visible, sir.
Only the PPT we were able to see.
Visible now, sir.
Let me do it again. So normal web page looks like this. Okay.
Sir, again,
It's a simple
no,
browser.
yeah.
So a normal web page, go to the browser, this looks like. Okay. If you put your right click and put the page source, you get your page like this. So now this page is the source, which is actually the codes within. Okay. And then, the actual page is, which is visible to your eyes, is beautiful photograph, this and that. But this is the codes which are written. So when you are making searches on the pages, when you search here, you use the terms sports, play, money, gaming, weather, watch, health, travel, traffic, learning. They are keywords for searching in this page. But when you go into this, you will find that a lot of characters are there, The strings are there, is equality is there, quotes are there, front slash and arrow is there, 1.0 is there. You can see that a lot of plus is there, lot of signal, mathematical signal. If you learn the art of HTML and DHTML, you will understand there is a way it is written, how the fonts are colored, how the fonts are sized, which particular fonts are utilized. Everything is defined in the web page. Then it uses the parameter like UTF-8, UTF-2, UTF-3, and provides a significant amount of information for code-based searching. Now, you cannot go and search on this, is that right? It's very difficult to do that. If I have to search something here, it's not that easy. That's the reason when you go to the search engine, it becomes much more difficult to search if you want to search on the booleans and parameters. So there is a clear general format for basic docs are there, which the keywords can be attached with the plus sign, then page type, what type of page we are looking, are we looking for Java pages, JS, .php, and what is the page parameters to that, am I looking for email ID or something like that? The third important thing is, why are we using docs? Actually, if you dock it and send some clear parameters to the web pages, many times web pages is weak and SQL injections can be initiated to give the database out to your systems if it has been poorly crafted engine. But how do you do that? You go with a specific word. Normally, when you search it, you say Amazon.com. But I want to know what are the index parameters are there for the product. Then I look for indexed file. There are ways how to search for those index files. I want to find a vulnerability SQL injections using the Google Doc. We can do the parameter tempering because URLs are always the parameter. Okay, URLs are looks like a parameter. If you do the tempering of the parameter, if the SQL injections can be inserted inside the web server and database server, then database actually take out everything for your viewing. Though it is not right, but sometimes the programmer makes the mistakes and that lead to discovery of many of those information which you want to hide it and keep it separate, secret in your organization. So this is from the attacker's angle. And as an investigator's angles, this information, the way you manipulate this information to get the information, the real information out of it, can be a very useful way to find it out. Now, suppose if you are a defender and you want to find whether in your organization any passwords are available on the internet. Now, how do you search a password of your organization? Now, suppose somewhere it has been hacked and your email ID and password is available in the hacked domain somewhere. Google docking can be used to create a parameters in a very interesting format and search whether any such passwords which are available in our organization is available on the internet and against your domain name and others. So there are one coin, you have both sides, head and tail both sides. So if it is a vulnerable URL or SQL injections, I don't know how many of you understand SQL injection, but SQL injection is in your website, when you make the string coded, queries which goes to the database, if you manipulate that and if it works, then entire database can be thrown out for your benefits. So it can be a simple error to the union error, to SM error, or any error which can result into the dump of the database to your side. And many times it happens, ladies and gentlemen, they're all real stories, Many times the programmer make mistakes and SQL error lead to the dump of the whole database out of the organizations. So be careful when you are a good programmer, learn how to secure it, and how to avoid SQL injections altogether. And there are well-led, programs, owsp.org, where you can go and search how to avoid SQL injections and how to find the SQL injection using JAP or some tools like Bobsuit. I never like this, but I'll just show you that there are tools which are available. So tools like Venom or SQLi, SQL injection dumper are very interesting tool to do the Google docking. Venom is a specific tool which is available as a part of the Kali Linux. If any one of you are joining the course that we are teaching starting 25th or 26th of this month about forensics, we might cover some of these, capabilities. We'll make you ready for the Kali Linux, thorough details of Kali Linux and how to use Kali Linux for forensics examination, including memory forensics. So Venom is an interesting Kali Linux tool But don't make the searches using directly. You have Venom and you are going and searching it. Google will block you forever, and you will not be able to make the queries on Google. So Google dorking is prohibited by design. So when you are doing the Google dorking, you should know how to manage the proxies, how to use the VPNs, how to use the Tor. Those art you need to pick it up. I'm not going to teach you now. But you need to know how to set up the socket proxy plus Tor to become expert on that, so that Google should block that IP address, not your IP address, not your mail ID or telephone number is known to them. And then, you can make queries and find something interesting and enjoy reading those components. Why regex are being taught? Because regex, provides an insight how to use the regex, command to get something interesting out of the web pages. You can make a script using the regex, beautiful soup you learn very soon, BS4. And a combination of that web scraping tools, you can get a significantly important Google Doc information through the command line instead of using any tool. So when you put your, go to the Google search engine and say Amazon product, you get a lot of, Amazon websites, hundreds of them will be there. Amazon, if you type like this, Amazon product, you can just have a look here in the Google, you will get a lot of Amazon page like this, okay? Now, if you look into here, amazon.co.help about exchange and replacements, easy, nothing complicated. Look into the URL, very simple. But when you look into the URL, right click and get the access to the copy the URL, you will find like this, amazon.co.ua, gp.h, help, customer, display HTML, nodal, and number will be there, okay? If you look into the URL, you will find 3-4 parameters into it. So first one is the keyword, what is the Amazon? And it is a customer display. So you can find the GP help customer. What is the page type? It's the HTML, display.html file is there. Then node ID, what is that? It is a page parameter. And then the last word is a number, 2011 49810. Now it is a product ID, appears like a product ID, and year 2011 look like. Okay. So there are too many ways that you can use this, making other different docs with the new different combinations. So there is a way you can get these informations, much more deeper information about this page. You can get it using a complex, dorking way. Now, suppose if you type Amazon customer disable HTML node ID is equal to 2011499810. Now you find here directly you are getting exchange and replacement pages. Now you are also getting so many other pages which has got node ID is equal to 2011499810. So now we can say that docs are the key for good cracking. Now you want to have a specific good, which good it is talking about, and they are doing the replacements. So Google dorking is a very specific art to get specific information out of the searches. Are you all with me? Get how the searches are being done now?
Yes, sir. Getting.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No, now think about it, if your target is Amazon, then you are looking for your target is Amazon. Targeted keyword is X word, whatever word you want to put it. And then reverse it to the X words plus targeted word. Answers will be, can be manipulated differently. Now, first you put the X word and then you put target, may have a different result altogether. In a video class. So more you delve into these examples, you'll different way we can make the searches. Now, if you simply say product, it will tell you any product in the Amazon. If you say item Amazon, it will tell you exactly which item you are looking for in the Amazon. Now, you can reverse. Then client is equal to Amazon. There are many type of, permutation communication. When we create Amazon docs, we are sure that those are 100% of Amazon. And of course, there can be more account for other things like streaming and gaming, but we'll get the Amazon account that we are needing it exactly. So Google will not give you anything other than the Amazon and the target which you are looking for. And you will have to keep playing around with this way. Even if you have the plain words, you can manipulate the information. And make that, Google fix that they will give you information only related to searches you are doing it, nothing irrelevant searches will happen. Normally, you'll find you are looking for Aadhaar, you'll type Aadhaar, first 5 will come only non-Aadhaar, and that is something known as SEO, search engine optimizations, and they are possibly a fake or fraudulent sites, and you will go and click and you will end up in trouble. But when you are making a targeted docs searches, then chances of messing it up with the result is almost negligible, if not zero. Can you all do one thing? Can you go and search, open your Google and search for next 2-3 minutes and change the words and parameters and see what the result comes? Okay. Spend 5 minutes, on your Google. You'll understand, what I am saying actually. Go to the same Amazon item type, item number, or, make the combination of the words and search it, reverse it and search it and see what difference you are getting. Just have a look. Okay. Spend 2-3 minute time on it because that will give you some insight what I'm talking. Some sensible information will come out of that.
बट सर आपने अभी बोला नहीं था कि डॉकिंग अगर करते हैं गूगल पे तो वो यूआरएल ब्लॉक कर देते हैं.
जब आप मैलवेयर सर्च करोगे तो तुमको ब्लॉक कर देगा, ठीक है. नॉर्मल सर्चेस में ब्लॉक नहीं करेगा. Something classical you are searching which is prohibited, it will block you. Normal searches में ब्लॉक नहीं करेगा.
राइट सर.
Sir, can you please share the screen again?
Okay, could you get any sense out of that? You know, you are finding something interesting more than what you have done the
Yes, sir.
searches in the past.
Yes, sir.
Giving
Can
you
I
some
show
very
it to you?
different results. No?
Sir, will
It gives you
DuckDuckGo
very
also,
targeted and very differentiated result actually.
sir, will DuckDuckGo also use this docking? Can we also use
Yeah,
it?
yeah, you can do it anyway. Everybody behaves differently. So you might need to have the parameters for different. Google, you know, it is highly docked, so there are a lot of things are there because Google manipulate things very badly. So if you know how to dock it, you know, it really helps. Now, if you look into a very specific thing, product.php at question mark item is equal to, okay. This will give you a very specific component, which is a product plus items. Because the engine will focus on product as a targeted keyword. So we can get random URLs with URLs for Amazon, maybe just 2%. If you don't give Amazon and product php.item, then it can give random results, not just Amazon actually. But if you put, you know, product Amazon product.php at item is equal to, it will give you the result precisely for Amazon only, and it will focus on the product of the Amazon. So we can get 100% URL for Amazon as a target. So if you have the, you know, the keyword, you know, Amazon removed from here, in the all URLs, you know, hardly 2% URLs will be Amazon related or may not be there even sometime. So these are some of the, you know, tips of the iceberg which can be utilized for that. Okay, these are only tips. I'm not giving you the full dorking, but these are just tips of the iceberg. I'm touching it. There are many things below that. Okay. So if you are using, you know, the page parameters, so page parameters may have many components as subcomponents within that actually. And then we can also generate keyword generators also. for your target. Now, how to do that and how to manipulate that sort of, so let's take, if it is, I'll say that riotgames.com or leagueoflegends.com or email.leagueoflegends.com or e.leagueoflegends.com, they are all very, very, similar in nature, but it gives you a different type of search result. But it will revolve around Riot Games capabilities. But result will be very varied actually. So if you take riotgames.gendesk.com or riotgames.com, result will be very different actually. But if you say riotgames@email or amriotgames.email or eriotgames.email, not even L, it will have a very different results. And it will mesmerize your eyes that how the search engine behaves. And it's good to use this type of, searches as a building the Google dorking capabilities to comprehend the, horizon of dorking, that how the results are manipulated, because you don't have any way to know what algorithm they use it. You give input and you get the outputs. You give input, you get the output. And every time it is a varied output. But these outputs are based on certain parameters, based on certain algorithms. So it is not a weird results, but a result of a particular type of algorithm to get you there. How you'll understand that? If you give inputs and you get the output, if it comes same, then you know the algorithm works in this way. And then the manipulation becomes much easier. So when you are building the dorking capability as an open source intelligence investigator, you'll have to understand the algorithms without knowing the algorithms attached to that. By just playing around with this, searches and keep dorking for 2 months, you will find that, how the manipulations are very, very similar in nature. And then that predictable behavior of a search engine. The day you understand the predictable behavior of a search engine based on the search parameters that you're using, and if you can fix the result, then you have already mastered the art of dorking. Are you all with me? Getting my point? So there is no shortcut way of learning it. I can give you certain rules, certain parameters, but you need to weigh it based on your understanding. Now, you cannot do this, doing things manually. So many times using command like regex, you can manipulate the words, text, 5-7 words, and it will keep changing it and testing it, changing and testing it, changing and testing it, finding the result, compiling it in one place, seeing the results, and then using the text analytics to find it, that whether you have understood the algorithm correctly or not. That will be the ultimate goal of dorking actually. Not using a tool like Venom and become a Google dorking experts. Don't do that. Don't become that. That I call it becoming a zombies. Become a security engineer, not zombies. Don't become an operator, become an engineer. There are a lot of search engine tools are there, dorking purpose. So Easy Dork Searcher is a very interesting tool. But it uses underlying, Python commands for this. So if you know Python, you know regex, you know web scraping, you know dorking, you can create this interface using a Django on a parameters you can use for Python. Using the regex, you can create this. And then you can have your own tool instead of using Easy Dork Searcher. Okay.
So, sir, that means to master dorking, we need to have some basic knowledge of HTML also, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, sir.
So anything which is used for the web pages, so you need to know PHP, you need to answer DHTML, HTML, HTML5. You must know that, and it's not very difficult to do that. So 10 days you will master it. But you must know that. You must also know that what is the errors. I've shared you some of the component of the error list. What is the meaning of 200, 400, 500, 600,
So,
800?
so what is the source of that? Where to know from the HTML and URLs? Where to study those from?
Search on DSTML learning online. Thousands of pages are there. HTML, DSTML learning. Thousands of pages freely available on internet. You see how the docking happens. Just have a look of the right side of the screen. Are you able to see it now? So there are various, modalities you can use it. You can raise games, shop, product, games, Fortnite, shop, Fortnite, product, Fortnite as product. They're all, manipulating the various components. So if you are using, basic docs, Amazon product, then page type is .php, question mark ITM is equal to can be page parameters, and you can keep manipulating like that. Actually, you can reverse the changes. You can write Amazon product after the .php. So if you see it here, there are many ways you can write the same thing. So keyword is the first, then X word plus P type plus P parameter. Now what is there? Keyword, P type, then parameter, then X word as the last. Now if you have to keep reversing that like this, a permutation and combination, you have to use it and get the result. If you have to type it manually, it is very complex. So you can use these 4 words and use regex and keep replacing it in one place or 2 places like that, and create a randomizer for that. You'll be able to achieve that very easily. Otherwise, if I have to give you a parameter of 10, the number of things will be, very high, and then it will be very difficult to do it manually. And you will get confused after some time that which one I should write next. It is always good to use randomizers and, some of the basic Python scripting capabilities to achieve this goal actually. So same 4 words can have different type of dockings actually. Are you all with me? Getting a sense of it? All these things require a script. Manually, you cannot do it. If I give you a parameter of 10.
Sir, what is the use of X word in this script?
X can be a product, it can be laptop.
Okay.
Just think through it. It can be anything about the product, about the word, about the price. So in four combination, you can get 16 docs. Okay. If you create 300 target keywords and reverse from the general to 300 keywords, it will have 15 pages type, 50 pages parameters. The result is 600 into 15 into 500, 45 lakh basic docs. Can you do it manually? You can't. So many times you'll have to keep pumping the data, extracting the information, scrapping it from there, dumping it in another, NoSQL engine, running NLP engines on that, text analytics on that, finding the right keywords, getting closer to the URLs, which you need to know, and then you are done. And all of these docs, will give a different results. Now 45 lakh, docs will give 45 lakh different results. And every result will have 5,000 more parameters to that. Then you will find that, which one is the common one, which is the one you are looking for. And all those manipulations will provide you more in-depth understanding around that. So when you are making the searches, it reaches 5,000 and it closes there. After that, you cannot make any searches, is that right? On the same keywords. But if you dork it and reverse it, the searches, results can be manipulated many more number of times. It's very important for Osint professionals because they have to reach the truth from the open source. So you'll find that, if you put project PHP that items, environment is 1,96,000, some crores of result in 85 seconds. Now, if you have got 45 lakh such results, think about it, how many pages will come. Nothing is possible to do it manually and find something meaningful out of it. Actually, you have to use the machine to find that out. A combination of NLP, text analytics, such validation techniques will require, and that requires significant amount of programming skills. So basic docs are very important. They can give you high quality results. With good keywords and good page parameters, the result will be exactly what you are looking for. Okay. And then there are a lot of Google operators, and you can this page, you want to take a screenshot, feel free to take the screenshot, because let me see if I can take a screenshot and send you. Okay, I dumped it on the telegrams, okay, the screenshots. So you'll find that, there are a lot of logical operator or additional information gathering capabilities, a front slash, a plus, or ampersand, the site, the info, the file type. They're all taken from, different, way the websites are written. Okay. And then, you need to look for, if you want a domain search for Pakistan or domain search for Afghanistan, you have a different word that you can use it. If you want a Germany, you can cite D. D is for Germany. France, it is FR. Poland, it is PL. Brazil, it is BL. India, it is IN. So you want to search for that particular country, you can search for that. Now, when you are making the normal searches, nothing is visible. It is coming from anywhere based on the SEO requirement, search engine optimization requirement. But the moment you put D, it will come only from France and Germany only. If it is .in, it will come only from India. So search technique, is an important technique to know for the Osint. And then you need to know automations, using the Python scripts. So dorking, is all about different advanced dorks. It's like a pure play mathematics. All the operator, you can utilize what you utilize in mathematics. Every doc can give different new rules, URLs, even if you are using the public keywords. If you are looking for, right combination of the words, the high quality databases access will be available to you. And many times these dorkings can result into a hacking of a systems actually. You won't believe it, but it happens many times. If the engine is weak, SQL injections are there, it actually inject the actual SQL, those websites and get the data out of that. You don't have to hack into the system. But the dorking is a very well written rules are there. And these rules are unwritten. So you'll have to write your own rules. So make a habit of jotting down how the result comes. And keep doing 10 times to understand that whether it has been done correctly or not. There is a very interesting word, isn't there? D word, You can use, numbers to make the searches. And you can do the numeric doc searches also. Try it sometime, okay? Write it down 1000 numbers, put it in ASCII covers without any comma or something, and push the numbers, against some websites and see the result, how it comes. You'll be mesmerized actually. And do it in 2000 URLs. One or two interesting URL will be there, which will divulge so many information, you'll be surprised and shocked actually. Your eyes will be in awe actually. Oh, what happened? And I'm telling you, the programmers make mistakes, and this dorking provides you a very, very differentiated, Numeric docs are very interesting parameters actually. And, you can utilize it using a keywords, using strings, using HTML, parameters. You can using the PHP 4, 3, ASP, HTML, JSP, ASPX, PDF, JSPX. So whatever is there, it will come out. Try this one also. Okay. All type of formats which is used on the internet. And you'll have a very mesmerizing results actually. So many times you put the page type and make it work. And then you'll find the old version of some, PHP 2 version has come. This is a weak version, and you can exploit that version actually. And with the tools, you can find out, these tools you can create on your own actually. You don't have to use the tools actually. Don't take any tool and use it. My suggestion will be create a tool, learn how to create a tool. Because that will make you master in the subject. More you are engineering driven, more chances of your precision for that. If you learn how to use the tools, you become operator. Don't become zombie operators. While there are tools, which you can use. TSP Dork is a very nice generator, word generator, keyword generator tools. So you can use this also. But this generation, you can do it simply through regex also and the randomizer. You see, this type of, searches, when you do it, you'll be shocked actually. Whether it will give a result, give it a try. You'll find mesmerized with results actually. Every line will give a different type of results. So what you require for this is a randomizer, the different, codes, the parameters, and your understanding of DHTML, ASPX, understanding that how it works on the web pages. One more thing is that, you can use the indexed docs. Now, the databases and the searches are indexed on the back end when they show you. But because of SEO, those index become mess up and goes up and down. Now you can force them to index and give you only index version of the words. And this is known as index docs. You'll find that, in the any web pages, you'll find index of functions. So now you are searching based on the index actually. So here you can use index as keyword. Then you choose your target. It can be Amazon or Fortnite or SBI or any other website. Then gather some public, keywords, then use the combination index plus number plus page type plus page plus parameter is equal to. And then you can make a combination of that. You can create a space by underscore or not, equal to, but all mathematical operator, you can use it here. And this will give you index dot results. Just have a look of it here. And when you look for the index, it will give you index route actually. Completely indexed, capability it will come. Okay, so let me break here, so it's a
Were these
complex subject.
screenshots-
Yeah. Yes, please.
Were these screenshots are from EasyDoc, that application you told? Screenshot you shared in the presentation, that was
Uh-huh.
from EasyDoc application you shared, or
Multiple applications are there. Mostly, we have taken it from Kali Linux, Venom, EasyDoc. 2-3 tools were there. But don't use tools, you can write your own index. Indexings will be taught as a part of it. And then you learn, how to do it. And I'll show you, some 1 or 2 use cases, I can show you how we use some of the techniques, So, while the PGDC team, we have seen the result, we'll show you one. Santosh, you like to show something interesting? 1 or 2 results? The Python use case of Python for Osint?
Yes, sir.
Let me share, yeah. You can share your screen. So I'm giving you the length and breadth of, what we will be achieving as a part of the Osint, and how we are going to use the scripting capabilities for that and why it is so important. Okay.
Okay.
So this one is a very interesting. Yeah. Santosh, you can just elaborate what you are doing actually and what, output you are going to get out of it.
Okay. Oh, actually, I have created 3 programs. First program is just to take out the metadata from the image file. Second program is scrapping the Telegram data, like you can scrap the user information, you can scrap the group details with the chat, and you can get the details, the group you are attached with. And the third program is basically, just a moment.
संतोष सर आप म्यूट में हैं, we can't hear anything.
So that's a very interesting use case, boys and girls. Every photograph, they have got a lot of information embedded inside the photograph. And Python, you have got a, a particular library which is known as EXIF library. It's there in the even the Linux. You can use EXIF tool, which is built in as a part of the Kali Linux or any other version of Linux. It provides you the metadata of the photograph, and which includes many things, including even your Google, map data, longitude and latitude data, and so many other information. Now, by seeing the photograph, nothing is visible. But when you use this tool, it gives you a lot of forensic information about that actually. And whether it has been tempered by using some tools, and it's a fake, fake photographs which is being circulated many a time, you'll be able to find the truth around that, whether it is a right photograph or is a wrong photograph.
Okay, sorry, I was talking on mute. Sorry for that. So there are multiple files in this folder. So all the files related information are displaying, like this is the file name and all the metadata like image width details. Sometimes it gives the where is the latitude and longitude from where the photo has been taken from. For example, in our mobile phone, location is there, so it is capturing all this data like make, model, which software has been used for this application, and other details are there, like where we can forensic investigator can take out all these details to identify the image related information, where this image has take out, what is the make of this model, and they can trace out the who is the owner of that camera. So this Python program basically take out all the details from the image. Second program is of virus total. So basically, for example, I am just providing the IP address to the virus total, and it is start processing that and can show you. So basically, it is creating an HTML and HTML and PDF file. So basically, it is searching this IP address in the virus total website, and it is giving me the link where I can check out if this file related information in the website itself. So all the details is available. So basically, it is telling me that multiple sites are telling that this site is this IP address is malicious. So here also we are getting all the details, like this website. Basically, they are the virus antivirus companies and other. They are saying that okay, these are the malicious, and some of the sites claiming that they are very harmless. So the other thing is that I have provided the list of, I have some IP address in the text file. So for example, if I can show, I just randomly picked some IP addresses, almost 10 IP addresses I just randomly picked, and I'm just providing this IP address to the application. And if I run this, it's processing all the IP address. One of the IP address, it is giving some error that IP address is having some issue with that. And it is start processing all the 10 IP addresses, and it's trying to create an HTML and a PDF file from this IP address. So it is creating an HTML file, and it has created the PDF file. If I can show you the PDF file. So it is it has created the PDF file also. If you want to see any details, you can just directly click on the link of this VirusTotal website and you can check out. So out of all this engine, those who are doing this virus scanning, 70 are saying it is an harmless, there is no malicious, there is no suspicious, there is no undetected. 20 sites are saying it is an undetected. So these are the result of the IP address. So for the next IP address, there are almost all harmless. There is no vulnerability has been detected. So some same thing like this. So almost all the IP address looks, there is no malicious activities happen through that IP address. So using the Python library, we can create this kind of applications, which is, see, this IP address, one website is claiming that this is a malicious. So this CRDF site is saying that this is a malicious IP address. So this is using, as Balaji sir already told, like you can use the Python to automate everything, and you can create out of all these things. And one more interesting.
What happens, an IP address when it is searched by Security Operations Center, if you have to go and search for every IP address, 70 websites are there where go and click and put your IP address and check, get the results and note down. And now suppose if you have got 10,000 IP address to be checked and you have to find only which one is the bad one, then all the report will be parsed and only one bad report will come to you for 10,000 IP address in next few seconds. That sort of automation you can do with a Python, which requires a very specialized tools in the corporate to buy it in 2-3 crore rupees. And this is just one such examples, what powerful capability we can build using the Python.
Okay. The one more interesting tool is the Telegram. I hope you all are using the Telegram. So for example, I want to check that which group I am attached with. So it is giving me all the list in the Telegram that I am attached with. So I want the group members detail. For example, I want to check for the VBU PGD batch 1. I just put the number of that group. If I enter, so what it is doing, it is saving all the details of that Telegram group into the CSV file. If we can go into the this is the file which has been created by the program. So you can see there are almost all the members list has been given by the program, like what is their username, user ID, what is their hash ID, what is their actual name, which group they are belong to, what is the group ID for that. So there are almost 66 members are there into that group.
And then you can search against same hash value anywhere else they are member. You can do the searches on that and find that which particular this person is connected to which are the other groups. And then you can find more about that. That is real dorking using Python actually.
Okay. And one more thing, I have just randomly picked this Telegram group, and I want to check that this group related activities. So it is giving me the basic detail of this group. What is the title, username, what is the link of this group, how many participants are there in this group, what is the chat ID, what is the access hash code, when this group was formed. And if I just go into this is the user list of this group in the CSV format. Okay, all the group members details are available. Okay, so if I want to more drill down into that, I want to check the chat. So there are chat details is also available. So there are no much chat is there, but we can find out chat from this group, because I just take out the small group which having very less chat. Otherwise, there are multiple, I mean, huge list of data is
The chats you can
getting
get it out.
Yes. Okay, and one more interesting thing is that I want to search specific username. I just selected the Balaji sir name here, and I want to check his detail. So his ID is this, his username is, what is his full name, and he has exposed his phone number as well. What is his hash? And he last seen, what is last seen, like he recently seen his Telegram, and there is no restrictions on his Telegram ID. So this way you can identify all the user details. Some of the user details are restricted. They have some special access required for that. But this way you can take out all the details from the Telegram. You can improve this code, and you can much more make it user friendly, or I can say as per your requirement, you can create your code or as per your organization. So these are the three applications. Yes.
Excellent, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
सर ये जो इंफॉर्मेशन पिक कर रहे हैं सर, ये जो इंफॉर्मेशन पिक कर रहे हैं टेलीग्राम सर्वर से पिक कर रहे हैं,
और क्या?
ओके
डॉर्किंग है, टेलीग्राम का डॉर्किंग है.
ओह,
टेक्निकली टेलीग्राम का डॉर्किंग है.
सर ऐसे तो फिर व्हाट्सएप का भी टॉक कर सकते हैं, किसी भी एप्लीकेशन को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं.